About 4:30 until tip-off. All right. No, yep. We're good to go whenever you are. Oh, welcome everybody to the Southeast Mid-Season Tournament. Dan Vitt alongside Ross Albertini here tonight, bringing you girls action where the St. Paul Lady Indians are getting ready to play Jayhawk Lynn here in about 3 minutes till 39 seconds. Here in this mid-season tournament, St. Paul is in a pool. The ladies are in the pool with Baxter Springs and Jayhawk Lynn. How it works is the Lady Indians will play round robin in that pool play, so they play Jayhawk Lynn tonight, Baxter Springs Thursday night, and then they seed from after that with Pool A, Pool B. Pool B is, you might have to help me out here, Southeast, Erie, and Columbus is the third one in the other pool. So then they will see the top two seeds out of each pool, and then the 2 seeds and the 3 seeds will all play each other Saturday, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on and so forth. Also, JV tournament going on, same as we just got done watching the JV St. Paul girls play Jayhawk Lynn, where they come out with a nice victory there in the game before here. We had the live stream up and running and checking it out because we've been having a little trouble with it, and we apologize for that, but I think we are good to go now. It worked pretty good, and now all of a sudden, as I speak, I don't think it's working, so it worked the entire JV game, so we'll see how we get along here in this varsity action here as we are finishing warm-ups. About 2:26 until tip-off. Lady Indians, I believe, was supposed to play at 5:30, so just a little bit behind as they got action going in both gyms. On the boys' side, St. Paul is in the pool with Southeast and Baxter. In the opposite pool is Erie, Columbus, and Jayhawk Lynn on the boys' action side. So we look for a good tournament here, Ross.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very competitive this year. Parsons dropped out, which especially on the boys' side, you know, they're ranked in 4A, and they would have been very tough. So I think the boys' side is going to be very competitive. I think there's 4 or 5 teams that are all capable of winning this tournament, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. As far as the girls go, I know our Indians have been pretty successful over the last couple of years in the tournament. However, you know, you have Columbus who beat us earlier in the season, and I know Baxter has one of the better teams if not the best team in the CNC, and they're in our side of the pool play. So that's going to be a very tough game for the Lady Indians. So hopefully we can get off to a good start in the tournament tonight, Dan, with a win over Jayhawk Lynn.
Yeah, we sure hope so. Lady Indians coming off a nice victory Friday night in overtime against Colgan, St. Mary's Colgan, where the boys and girls both come out with hard-fought victories in both games. So that was exciting ball games there Friday night at St. Mary's Colgan, Ross.
Yeah, Dan, not many teams are able to go into Colgan and sweep both games. You know, it's a tough place to play. They have the tradition, especially on the boys' side. I know their boys were down a little bit this year, but for the Indians, it was, you know, nice to get that win. And you know, the girls, I don't know if they shot very good that night, but they sure played well and got the buckets when they needed them, and were able to get the win in the end.
We are getting off here in just about 30 seconds. They're going to go over, looks to me, well, we're going to see what they're going to do here. They may play national anthem before the first 2 varsity games here. If they do, we'll take a short break. They are, so they're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. This is St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. we get set for start lineups for each team as a national anthem is played. St. Paul will be the home team on the scoreboard here to start this action off tonight in this Southeast tournament. First game, varsity tournament game of the night in Southeast for Jayhawk Lynn. Number 11, Nation, the 5'10 junior, gets the start for the Indians. Senior Taylor Watrick. It's the start for the St. Paul Indians. For Jayhawk Lynn, number 12, Jenna Holt, another 5'5 junior, 5'5 junior for Jayhawk Lynn. For St. Paul, another senior, Emily Hutcherson, will get the nod for the Lady Indians. For Jayhawk Lynn, a senior 5'6", Kate Dawson, gets the start. For the Indians, freshman Josie gets her first start of the year for the Lady Indians. For Jayhawk Lynn, Rachel Brownback, the sophomore, gets the start. And for the Indians, sophomore Emerald Struthers. For Jayhawk Lynn, I don't have a number 24. Mason, I think was her name. Write that in the roster here. And the last starter for the Indians is number 33, Katie Coombs, coming off a good game at St. Mary's Colgan. A couple good games in a row by Katie, so hopefully she's warming up here right when she needs to in mid-season. Everybody join us on the live stream. Be patient with us. We're fighting a little bit inside these gymnasium. We always fight with signal, and hopefully it's coming through all right.
Tonight's opponent, Dan, it is not a league game, but Jayhawk Lynn is in the Three Rivers League with the St. Paul Indians, and in fact, they were the last team to beat the St. Paul the St. Paul Lady Indians in league play, approximately 7 years ago. We had a shot from the corner for a three-pointer to win. It didn't go in, and we lost that game, but it's been pretty good ever since.
Been pretty good ever since, and as Ross said, this isn't a league game, but we will see Jayhawk Lynn again later in the year for the league game. St. Paul, as we are set for tip-off, Coombs set at center court, set to tip off against Nation. And controlled by Jayhawk Lynn. Jayhawk Lynn basketball.
It's not surprising to see the Indians come out in the man-to-man defense. I don't think Doug Tuck has ever played anything but man-to-man defense, Dan.
I've never seen anything else. We have trouble here, Ross, as we're trying to get set here. And Jayhawk Lynn basketball is knocked out of bounds by the Indians. And lob inside is no good. All right, now it's working, so we should be good to go here now. All right, we are set. It's going to be Jayhawk Lynn basketball under their own rim. It's just underway here in the Southeast tournament. Swatted out of bounds by Emerald Struthers, so it'll go ahead and stay with Jayhawk Lynn.
It's at least two passes out of that Emerald has knocked out of bounds. We kind of compliment her on every game on her hustle, and it's showing up again tonight. Dawson
set to put the ball in play for Jayhawk Lynn under her own rim. She looks, tight coverage by the Indians, tipped away. Now it's going to be stolen out of her. Ends up in Watrick's hands. Taylor feeds it ahead to Hutcherson. Hutcherson on the left wing, lobs inside for Struthers. Struthers back to Emily Hutcherson to the rim. No good on the shot, but she's fouled, so she'll go to the line to shoot two. So good ball move by the Lady Indians. Struthers hitting the cutter. Hutcherson going to the rim. Couldn't convert, but she is going to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, that was a nice cut. It was kind of a give-and-go situation. She threw it into the post, then cut to the basket, and got the ball right back and got hit on the way up.
Emily makes the first free throw, so off to a good start from the free throw line for the Lady Indians. Has been a struggle on a few occasions from the free throw line, and she cans them both. So off to a good start for the Lady Indians. Full court pressure by the Indians. They get it in to Dawson. Dawson, ooh, that's a travel. She got away with it. Fed it ahead to Brownback. Brownback to right wing, back to Dawson. Back up top to Brownback. She swings it around the left wing to Nation. She guarded closely by Struthers. Now a three-point shot from the right wing. Short, no good. Saved out of bounds. And it's going to go back to the Indians. That shot was put up by Holt, number 12, the 5'5 junior.
Yeah, she had a wide open look. The defender fell down, and she didn't have anybody in her face, and it just wouldn't fall for her.
Watrick the ball back up for the Indian, lobs it to the elbow to Coombs. Coombs faces up to the basket, kicks it out to Hutcherson. Hutcherson back inside to Coombs, and that's going to be a foul over the top on Nation, trying to come through Coombs to get the basketball. So it'll be Lady Indians basketball under their own rim. Watrick set to put the ball in play for the Indians. Sub in for Jayhawk Lynn is Umpenhauer, the 5'8" sophomore.
Yeah, that's the second foul on Nation. That's why she went to the bench.
Another foul on Jayhawk Lynn. This one's going to be on Dawson. Already the third team foul on Jayhawk Lynn. First on Dawson. St. Paul's basketball. Watrick set to put the ball in play from under own rim. Good play inside on the inbounds. Hits Katie Coombs at the left block, and she scores the layup.
Yeah, that was a nice cut.
Full court pressure. Ball's loose on the floor. Stolen away by Josie Harris. She tries to feed ahead to Hutcherson, over her head, and right back into Dawson's hand for Jayhawk Lynn. She crosses the timeline, feeds it into the back court to Brownback. Brownback towards the lane, into the lane, kicks it out to number 12, Holt. Now stolen away by Watrick on the breakaway. Watrick left-handed layup, no good. Backside rebound, Josie Harris put back good.
Yeah, that was good hustle by Josie Harris. You know, you never give up. Even when your teammate you think is going to get that layup, be there, and she was able to kind of pick up the easy follow-up.
Brownback all the way back down, kicks it out to number 24, Mason, and going to be thrown out of bounds off of Jayhawk Lynn. So another turnover on Jayhawk Lynn. Gives it right back to the Lady Indians. Timeout, Jayhawk Lynn. 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back. St. Paul basketball out of the 30-second timeout called by Coach Tuck. Watrick with the basketball, right wing over to Coombs. Coombs holds it over her head, feeds it to the corner to Hutcherson. Hutcherson dribbles back towards the right wing position. Feeds it to Harris, cutting through the lane. Harris bounce pass to Coombs. Good pass. Layup. Good from the right block. Indians doing a good job of moving the ball around, getting it down into Coombs on the block.
Yeah,
Mason right back down with it, gets it stripped away by Harris, ends up in Watrick's hand. She loses it for a minute. Now she dribbles out, set the offense, drives the baseline, shot up, can't get it to go. Ball's loose, ends up in Brownback for Jayhawk Lynn's hand. She goes right back down to court, now sets the offense. Up top to Dawson. Dawson dribbles towards the right wing. Emily Hutcherson on her, picks up her dribble. Now in a little bit of a trouble, now stolen away by Struthers. Struthers going to be fouled by Dawson. That's going to be her second foul, team foul number 4 on Jayhawk Lynn.
Yeah, the Indians defense is doing a good job of denying that first pass to the player that Jayhawk Lynn, Lady Jayhawks are trying to get it to, and it's really disrupting the offense.
Watrick right wing to Coombs, cross-court pass to Hutcherson. Hutcherson left wing with the basketball, looks inside, crosses over, drives in the lane, explodes in there, and scores in front of the rim. 10-0. Indians out to a blistering start here in this Southeast tournament.
It's nice to see the Indians shooting the ball well, because you know we've been a little inconsistent at times on offense, and maybe this will give us some confidence going into the rest of the tournament.
Dawson back to Brownback. Brownback holds it against Hutcherson. Bounce pass out to Mason, stolen away by Emily Hutcherson. Hutcherson down the center of the court. Lob inside to Coombs. Perfect position, layup, good. Indians are rolling early on here.
Yeah, when Katie has 6 points already, and when she's scoring, that means we're making good passes, because as a post player, she doesn't dribble it. You know, she can't get it to herself, and it's nice to see the Lady Indians moving the ball well.
Shot up, no good by number 1, who's just in the game, Carpenter for Jayhawk Lynn. Rebound comes out to Coombs. Coombs feeds it to Hutcherson. She hesitates at the timeline, now crosses the timeline. Looks for the back cutter, now feeds it into the lane to Watrick. Watrick kicks it back out to Harris. Cross court pass to Katie Coombs, drives in towards the lane and gets it stolen away on a bad pass. Ends right up in Dawson's hand. She streaks down the floor, layup, good. Dawson with the speed gets Jayhawk Lynn on the scoreboard. Indians lead 12-2.
Yeah, I think if you're Jayhawk Lynn, that's the best way to score against the Lady Indians is to get the ball down the court before the defense can get set up.
Watrick spins into the lane, kicks it out to Coombs. Three-point shot, no good. Long rebound comes out to Brownback for Jayhawk Lynn. Dawson guns up a three, no good. Struthers chases it down. Struthers slows up now, feeds it over to Hutcherson. Hutcherson down the court to Harris, to the corner to Watrick. Watrick guarded down there by Brownback. Now she drives around her. Blocking foul. 15 foul on Jayhawk Lynn. None on the Indians. It'll be St. Paul basketball under their own rim, I believe.
That's kind of surprising, Dan, considering the Indians are known for aggressive, in-your-face defense. Usually we're the ones in foul trouble early in the game, and here we are, you know, with a 5-0 advantage in the team fouls.
Albertini in the game as well as Doherty and Bradshaw for the Lady Indians. Feed into Emerald Struthers right to the block, and she scores. Indians with a lot of success on the inbounds play here tonight, get easy, high percentage shots stolen away by Struthers. She roars down the court, full speed, shot up off the backboard, good. Emerald Struthers' athleticism really showed there. She streaked right past everybody off the steal.
Yeah, she's had a lot of steals already in this game, Dan. Very disruptive, which is what Emerald does.
Carpenter feeds it back up top to Brownback. Brownback guarded out there by Doherty, picks up her dribble, feeds it back up top to Carpenter. Carpenter down to the corner, swatted away, and Struthers, Johnny on the spot again with the basketball. Feeds it ahead to Bradshaw. She loses it, gets tangled up, gets it knocked out of bounds, but it's going to be off of Jayhawk Lynn, off of Jenna Holt, the 5'5 junior. And it's going to be Lady Indians basketball under their own rim. Sub comes in. Emily Hutcherson checks in for Struthers. She's playing hard and fast so far here tonight.
Well-deserved break.
Bradshaw up to Hutcherson's shot from outside the free throw line is good.
We're shooting a really good percentage tonight, Dan. Most of those, that's because we've been getting layups. That's one of the few baskets that's been shot from, that was about the elbow, but it was nothing but net. It's nice to see the Lady Indians, you know, shooting well early in the game.
Jayhawk Lynn throws it out of bounds, so it goes right back to the Lady Indians, and that's kind of been the Achilles heel of the Indians this year, is they have those games where their shooting woes is just horrible. Into the block, Katie Coombs turns, no good, put back, good, as she stays with it. And the Indians all of a sudden are out to a 20-2 lead over Jayhawk Lynn.
Yeah, I don't know if Jayhawk really has a post player that can, you know, contain Katie Coombs when she's playing well, and she's playing well tonight.
Mason down hard, gets it stolen away by Bradshaw. She feeds it off to Hutcherson. So another turnover on Jayhawk Lynn, gives it right back to the Lady Indians. Off the left wing to Doherty, to the corner to Albertini, lob inside to Coombs, who's got position. Kicks it back out to Hutcherson. She's into the lane, right in front of the rim. Up, no good. Katie Coombs with the rebound, put back, good.
10 points already for Katie Coombs. The last two are on offensive rebounds.
Now Hutcherson steals the inbounds but knocks it out of bounds, so it'll stay with Jayhawk Lynn. Indians remain in this full court pressure. Look for Coach Stuck to back off here before long. Still in the first quarter, Indians lead 22-2. Mason set to put the ball in play for Jayhawk Lynn. Feeds it in, gets it into Holt. Holt guarded by Hutcherson, has it poked away for a minute, recovers. Now feeds it back to Carpenter, now to Mason. Mason tries to feed it inside, and guess who steals it? Emerald Struthers, who's back in the game. Albertini all the way down, backdoor feed to Bradshaw. Good pass by Albertini to Claire Bradshaw, and the Indians score and have a commanding 24-2 lead.
It's a little cliche to say we're running on all cylinders, Dan, but we're running on all cylinders tonight.
Running on 10 cylinders so far here tonight. Not bad. Mason with a pass. She's hurt. Now it's going to be a foul on the floor as Mason has to come towards the sideline, as she got an ankle brace on her right ankle, maybe her left ankle, but she has to come to the bench. As that brings Brown back into the game, as well as Nation, the 5'10 junior. Jayhawk Lynn's basketball. First foul on Emily Hutcherson. First team foul on the Lady Indians. Feed in. They get it in. Now the Emerald Struthers with another steal on the breakaway. Here she goes. Right-handed layup. Good.
Yeah, Emerald, I mean, she probably has more steals than points at this point almost.
Oh, there's a foul on Elise Doherty. Didn't get her feet around quick enough. Brownback pushed the ball down hard with her left hand, and Doherty didn't drop step quite fast enough. It's going to be Jayhawk Lynn's ball on the sideline. Nation set to put the ball in play for Jayhawk. Feeds it into Brownback. Brownback up above the timeline, guarded by Hutcherson. Off with her left hand, backdoor cut by Nation. She gets it right down by the baseline. Double team down there, back to Brownback, all the way to the rim, layup good.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Brownback. She got the ball on the wing and went hard to the basket, kind of went right, the defense wasn't in position, and she got the easy shot.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Struthers with a shot, no good. Rebound Jayhawk Lynn at the end of the first quarter. 26-4, Lady Indians lead big here at the Southeast Tournament. We'll be back after this 1 minute timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Out on Jayhawk Lynn. Good hands by Albertini to knock it back into Jayhawk Lynn. She's staying out of bounds. Out on Jayhawk Lynn. St. Paul's basketball. They lead by 22. And we're 30 seconds into the second period. Harris with the basketball, right wing. Dribbles towards top of the key, reverses it back to Watrick. Watrick up top to Albertini. Albertini to Harris. Harris at left wing with the basketball. Top of the key, down to the corner to Bradshaw. Bradshaw's going to be fouled on the floor. That's going to send Bradshaw to the line and shoot to 1-1, as that is his 7th team foul on Jayhawk Lynn. Yeah. First on number 12, Ross, Jenna Holt, the 5'5 junior.
Yeah, Claire got it in the corner, and she put a little pump fake to the left and dribbled to the right, and the girl wasn't able to get in front of her, and she got the block foul.
First shot by Bradshaw on its way right through there and good, so she'll get the and one. 27-4, 23-point lead for the Lady Indians. 7:08 left to go here in the second period. Second shot right through there, so the Indians doing a great job from the free throw line so far here tonight.
Yeah, I think the Indians are 4 for 4, Dan, and that's, at times we've been a little inconsistent. We have games where we shoot great free throws and some games where we haven't, and again, it'd be nice to get that confidence going for later in the tournament.
Holt tries to feed it inside to Mason, stolen away by Albertini. Now there's going to be a foul, and that's going to send Albertini to the line, shoot to 1-1. 8th team foul on Jayhawk Lynn. Very active with their hands is Jayhawk Lynn. They're getting whistled for quite a few fouls. Albertini to the line to shoot to front in 1-1.
So if I point out we haven't missed yet, you think that's going to jinx Sophia? Dan?
Especially if it's your own daughter, it absolutely will. As Albertini at the line to shoot to front of the 1-1, and guess what? She whips it right through there, nothing but net. And Albertini will get the and one. Settles in, shot up good, as the Indians stay perfect from the foul line.
It's amazing when you make a few layups, Dan, and get your confidence, everything starts to fall in place shooting the basketball, even free throws.
Nation with the basketball, right wing to Dawson. Dawson to her left. Sails it out of bounds over the head of everyone, and it goes right back to the Lady Indians. And yet another turnover on Jayhawk Lynn.
Got interesting lineup, Dan. We have 2 freshmen in the game right now, so it's good to see that, and a sophomore. So the future looks well for the Indians.
It looks like there's going to be a lot of playing time by all the younger players here tonight. Bradshaw over to Watrick. Albertini and Harris has been a big part of the rotation for the Lady Indians this year. in all games. Not as many minutes in games like St. Mary's Colgan, but quite a few breather minutes and playing well, too, the young freshman. Shot up by Bradshaw, three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes out to Dawson for Jayhawk Lynn.
Yeah, with only 3 seniors and 3 sophomores in the regular rotation, there's some playing time for the freshmen, and they've taken advantage of it and played well most of the time.
Bradshaw with the basketball, stolen away by Bradshaw, brings it down. Coombs to Albertini, swings around to Harris to the corner to Watrick. Watrick cross-court pass all the way over to Bradshaw. She loses it for a minute. Now she retrieves it. Harris, three-point shot from the baseline. Oh, man, that looked like it was lined up. No good. Albertini fights for it with Dawson. Jump ball. Possession error is going to go back to Jayhawk Lynn. Subs into the game for the Lady Indians is Struthers, Hutcherson, and Doherty. And they they come onto the floor with Coombs and Harris, who remain on the floor.
Coach Tuck, he'll rotate 2 and 3 in at a time and keep his players fresh. He's been doing this for a long time, and he knows what he's doing.
5:39 left to go before halftime. Up top to Carpenter. Down low, shot up, no good. Put back, no good by Dawson. Now the rebound comes out to Doherty. Hutcherson feeds it ahead to Coombs. Coombs, all kinds of contact. She's going to get fouled, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
That's the 3rd foul, I believe, on number 11, Dan.
We want to offer our hard-fought sympathy to old Larry back in the studio. Last week the Chiefs whipped up on the Houston Texans, and then yesterday they whipped up on the old Oilers, the old Tennessee Titans. So we about got him converted to a Kansas City Chief fan. But 5:22 left to go here before halftime. Indians lead 30-4, but Chiefs are headed to the Super Bowl. They might have their hands full too.
Well, it's been a long time.
It's been 50 years, they keep saying. Coombs misses both free throws as Indians but the rebound comes out to Struthers. Struthers with the basketball. Feed inside to Coombs. Coombs up and under. Shot. She's going to get whistled for the travel, and she did shuffle her feet. Turnover on the Lady Indians. Coach Burke, longtime assistant Mr. Tuck, not here tonight because junior high games at St. Paul tonight. St. Patrick's come to town, so look for good action there in the gym at home at St. Paul. So Ross doing the best he can, keeping some stats for us here. Carpenter gets it stolen away by Harris. Harris all the way down, left-hand layup, no good, too hard, and it goes back to Carpenter. Carpenter loses it behind her back. Now Hutcherson going to get whistled for the foul.
That's 2 on Emily Hutcherson, Dan, so even though we have 3 team fouls for the half, two of them are on Emily, and that's her in a little bit of foul trouble.
Dawson set to put the ball in play for Jayhawk Lynn. Feeds it into Schneider. Now stolen away by Hutcherson. Hutcherson on the breakaway. Left-hand layup, good. The last Jayhawk Lynn foul was on Nation. She picked up her 3rd and the 9th team foul on Jayhawk Lynn. Dawson, long three-point shot, no good. Struthers with the rebound. Feeds it ahead to Doherty. Doherty, left-hand side, feeds it out to Harris. Harris towards the rim, up and under, shot up, but she's going to get whistled for a travel on the jump stop, or the so-called Euro step, but she took too many.
Yeah, she turned that one over, Dan, but I tell you what, she got the start tonight, and if you've watched Josie Harris tonight, she's done a lot of good things. She's got some steals. I think she's got at least 2 points and some rebounds. She's really playing hard. You can see why she got the start.
Dawson tries to feed inside to Carpenter, swatted out of bounds by Harris. And into the game is Sophia Albertini and Claire Bradshaw for Harris and Coombs. So the rotation continues with this big lead, 32-4. Indians lead, 4:12 left to go before halftime. Bounce pass down into the baseline, fed into Holt, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Jayhawk Lynn. Jayhawk with the basketball under their own rim. They look to get it in, get into Dawson. She puts it up quick, no good. Backside rebound to Struthers. Struthers streaks down the floor, all the way down towards the block, dribbles back out, kicks it up to Hutcherson. Three-point shot on the way, good. Emily Hutcherson as Struthers pushed that ball down deep and then kicked it out on the kick out to Hutcherson, and she buries a 3, trailing down the floor for the Lady Indians.
Boy, they're shooting with a lot of confidence right now.
Hutcherson with the basketball, Jayhawk Lynn with the basketball. Hutcherson on her, and she travels. That's number 13, Lohman, the 5'8 junior. A lot of subs for Jayhawk Lynn. A lot of people on the roster, but they are young. One senior on the squad, Kate Dawson, the 5'6 senior. The rest, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. 3 seniors on the squad for the Lady Indians.
Well, I know it looks like Jayhawk's struggling a little tonight, but, I remember a few years ago the Indian boys were very young and they took their lumps, but then in a few years they really turned it around, and maybe that'll happen with Jayhawk Lynn.
Struthers, 3-point shot from the right baseline, short, no good. Claire Bradshaw, the rebound, right back in the lane, right in front of the rim. She gets it to go. Good move by Bradshaw, ripping back through the lane. Being aggressive here tonight, and the Lady Indians up big, 37-4. There's a foul on the floor by Sophia Albertini. Didn't get her drop step down quick enough. 14th foul on the Indians. Dawson set to put the ball in play for Jayhawk Lynn. Feeds it in to Umpenheier, back to Dawson, out to Mason. Mason tries, poked away by Struthers. And that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Mason. Struthers right when Mason was getting ready to put up a 3, poked it out of her hands, and Mason with a little push, and that's going to send Emerald Struthers to the line to shoot 2, because the Indians are in the double bonus for the last 3:05 of this half.
Once again, Emerald Struthers with another hustle play, Dan.
First free throw right up and through there. The Indians play well whenever they can get transition points or transition looks at the basket. High percentage shots is the way to put it. When they match up talent-wise or speed-wise with another team is when they kind of struggle in their half-court offense sometimes. Claire Bradshaw with a rebound off the miss by Struthers on her second free throw. Cross-court pass to Doherty, up to Albertini. Albertini off to Watrick. 3-point shot left baseline, way off. Backside rebound is Struthers. Putback's good. 40-4, 36-point lead for the Lady Indians. They've held Jayhawk Lynn scoreless for quite some time now. All of this second period. And that's going to be a legal screen on Jayhawk Lynn. It's going to go right back to the Lady Indians.
Well, you don't see a lot of teams play man-to-man defense in the Three Rivers, and then when you finally do play St. Paul Indians, we're probably one of the best man-to-man defenses you're going to see, and it's very hard for teams to adjust to early in the game.
The only loss that I seen the Indians take this year against Columbus, I felt they really hurt themselves. Well, obviously, they hurt themselves by shooting percentage, but Claire Bradshaw just blows past everybody and scores from the right side. But the Indians just shot 14% in that game. Now a steal by Albertini. Needs to get her head up. Feeds it back to Bradshaw. 3-on-1. Bradshaw tries to feed it back. Good defense by Dawson. Steals it away. Now Watrick pokes it out of bounds. It'll stay with Jayhawk Lynn. But in that Columbus game, the Indians was trailed the whole game, but they was kind of not right there, but less than 10 points a few times. You just kept thinking that they was going to come back and get back into that game, but they never could get over the hump and never could get over their shooting woes.
No.
It seems like once they start that way, Ross, they keep playing that way. And a layup by Brownback as she is aggressive to the rim, and she gets the first 2 points of the second quarter for Jayhawk Lynn.
Yeah, that game against Columbus, that's that old adage, when one player is cold, they're all cold. And you just kept thinking, surely we're going to get on a little run and get kind of hot, and we just never could quite turn the corner.
Hutcherson with the basketball. Now to Watrick, 3-point shot on the way. And this is the kind of offense that we've struggled with, is when an opposing team jumps into a zone and forces us to shoot from the outside. We've struggled quite a bit with our shooting.
Yeah,
Shot up by Jayhawk Lynn, no good. Rebound comes out to the Indians, and now shot up by the Indians goes right back to Dawson for Jayhawk Lynn. And there's going to be a foul. That's going to be the 15th foul on the Indians. Who's that whistled on? Let's see. It is a first on Taylor Watrick. So 10 team fouls on Jayhawk Lynn, 5 on the Lady Indians. Jayhawk Lynn basketball. It will be Brownback's basketball. Off to Dawson. Dawson guarded out here by Hutcherson. Does a good job moving her feet. Now she's in trouble. Feeds it off to down back into the lane to Dawson. It went to, it went from Umpenheimer back to Dawson and to Brownback. Dawson with the shot, but it's no good. So she'll go to the line to shoot two. She is fouled by Katie Coombs, her first, sixth team foul on the Lady Indians. Dawson at the line to shoot two. First one on its way, no good. Off the side of the rim. 54.1 seconds left to go before halftime. 42-6, Lady Indians up big. Dawson settles in for her second. It's on its way and right through there and good. 42-7, Lady Indians lead. Watrick with the basketball, a lot of contact. 2-3 zone applied by Jayhawk Lynn. Started out in a man, now Bradshaw loses it. It's going to be a back court. She lost that on her own. Not happy with herself is Claire.
No, that was an unforced turnover, but on the positive side, Dan, we really haven't had many turnovers this half, so that's nice to see as well.
Brownback, pretty good ball handler for a sophomore, 5'4" sophomore. Feeds it off to Dawson. Now down to the corner to Umpenheimer. Shot up is good, and she's fouled. So Jayhawk Lynn find a little rhythm here late in the first half. Now the score is 42-9. That's going to send Umpire to the line for the and one. That foul is on Claire Bradshaw, seventh team foul on the Indians. Free throw's no good. Long rebound. Watrick chasing it down. Watrick pushes the ball down all the way into the lane. Euro step no good. Dawson with the foul. That's going to send Watrick to the line to shoot two.
That was a good aggressive move
by
Taylor.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, Ross. That foul is on number 12, Holt, not Dawson.
That'll be Holt's third, Dan. They've got a couple of girls in foul trouble.
Watrick settles in at the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Taylor got that one on the fast break, and I think she was looking to pass, and no one was open, and they just kind of left the lane wide open, so she took it with a good Euro step and went straight to the basket.
She misses her first, settles in for her second. The second one on its way right up and through there. It's Taylor 1 for 2 from the line that trip. Fed into the backcourt, into Dawson. Dawson back to Brownback, back to Dawson. Goes out of bounds, off of her hands, and right back to the Lady Indians with 15.5 seconds left to go in this first half. 43-9, Lady Indians lead by 34. Watrick with the basketball, 13 seconds to Hutcherson, back up top to Watrick. Into Coombs. Coombs right in front of the rim, turned around, shot up, gets it to go. 4 seconds left. And a shot hard off the backboard, no good. And at halftime, 45-9, Lady Indians lead big here at the opening game of the Southeast Tournament. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to the Southeast Lancer Tournament, where the Lady Indians lead 49-9 here at halftime. The next game of the night appears to be Baxter and Columbus getting set to play here. No, it's Erie, Erie and Columbus getting set to play here next in the second game of the night, following the Indians here. Ross, you got the stats figured out?
Dan, it's fairly balanced scoring by the Indians. I think they shot a really good, we don't have any official stats on the scoring or shooting percentage, but they shot a lot of layups right at the rim, so it has to be fairly high, probably pushing 50%. Leading scorer for tonight in the first half was Katie Coombs with 12 points and 3 rebounds. She just got it right down underneath, and she's got good hands and a soft touch, and she made the Jayhawks pay. Emerald Struthers had 9 points and 5 rebounds, and she was just all over the place hustling. Dan, you steal after steal and getting offense or getting rebounds. She was the leading rebounder for the Indians in the first half. Second leading scorer was Emily Hutcherson with 11 points. She did a nice job of getting to the rim as well. And then we have Claire Bradshaw with 8 points and 2 rebounds. Josie Harris and Sophia Albertina each put in 2 points, and then Taylor Wytrick had 1 point and 1 rebound.
It's a pretty good first half put together by the Lady Indians, obviously, with 45 points in that first half. I don't know why I said 49, because I'm looking at that goalpost and it makes the 5 look like a 9, but it's 45-9. Lady Indians lead.
They did shoot 8 for 12 from the free throw line, which is pretty good because there's been some nights where they struggled this year from the line as well, Dan.
And they started 6 for 6 from the line and then went 2 for 6 after that. So started off pretty hot from the line. So 6:18 left to go here in the halftime stands. I got a report from home, Ross, that the St. Paul Junior High girls got a 26-23 victory over St. Patrick's Saints from Parsons. So nice victory put together there by Coach Burke, as he has not one 8th grader on that team. So all 6th and 7th graders on that team, Ross. So pretty good victory for the junior high kids.
Yeah, Adam does a very good job with the junior high girls. What's nice is, since he's the assistant coach for the high school, he teaches that junior high team a lot of the same offense and plays, as well as really gets the man-to-man defense, start laying the foundation for that, which pays off big dividends, because when the girls walk out on the court as freshmen, they already know the offense and they already know what's expected of them on the defensive end, and it really makes that transition from junior high to high school go smoothly.
Hey, there's a little short black phone cord in that bag. A little black phone cord, you know what that looks like? Open that up. Hey, open the lid up. A little short black cord. Nope.
you're tailgating before a high school game, at Pitt State to be a part of Gorilla Nation, or cheering on your favorite pro team on Sundays. Be sure to ask about their party trays for your watch party. St. Paul Supermarket, proud to support the student athletes of St. Paul and surrounding community.
We're ready whenever you are.
Let's get back to the game when you're home for the St. Paul Indians, Hot 105.5 FM.
Well, welcome back. You lost us there. 2:20 left to go here in halftime as Ross was finishing up with the junior high program. Coach Burt coaches that junior high program, longtime assistant coach Doug Tuck, so it really bodes well for this program, or the girls program, where them junior high girls start learning that man-to-man early on.
Well, I think that's one reason girls like Sophia Albertini and Josie Harris are able to contribute a lot, early in the season, their freshman year, because they don't have maybe as steep of a learning curve due to the fact they are familiar with everything coming into the season.
And one of the other things that's great, Ross, is this year there's 8 freshmen on the roster for the Lady Indians, so the future looks bright for Coach Tuck in the future.
Oh, yeah. And, you watch the JV team play, Dan, there's probably 2 or 3 other freshmen that could easily contribute this year if needed to. It's just that, an 8-man rotation keeps everybody, fresh into the game. Sometimes you can spread things out a little bit too thin, so I think that's one reason Doug goes to that 8-man rotation. That there's 2 or 3 other girls that could definitely contribute.
But that's back to the first half of this ball game. Lady Indians played real well to start this Southeast tournament, see if they can finish it off here in the second half. They lead 45-9. Great shooting percentage, but that's mostly been driven by their transition points and a lot of good looks underneath, close to the basket. And everybody knows the highest percentage shot is the closest to the basket off the backboard that you can get, and Lady Indians have really played well in the transition. They started out in a press defense, but they kind of backed off that, went into their half-court man-to-man defense. Just a ton of turnovers on Jayhawk Lynn in that first half, so see if they can clean that up here as we get set to start the second half.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to simulate St. Paul's man-to-man defense and the pressure it puts on your ball handlers in practice when your team's just not used to playing that style of basketball.
45-9, Lady Indians up big here. Now, in the Southeast tournament, I assume that there won't be a continuous clock until the fourth quarter, but we shall see here in this third quarter. Usually with a 30-point plus lead in the fourth quarter alone, it runs continuous through out of bounds and everything, kind of speeds the game up here, and I assume that won't start until the fourth quarter. So it will be Lady Indians basketball to start the second half. As on the floor for the Lady Indians is Taylor Watrick, Emily Hutcherson, Josie Harris, Katie Coombs, and Emerald Struthers. 2-3 zone applied by Jayhawk Lynn to start the second half. Watrick with the basketball, dribbles towards the right wing. Cross-court pass all the way over to Hutcherson, sets her feet, fires up a three-pointer, and buries it. So what a great start by the Lady Indians to start this second half, as Hutcherson adds to her point total with another 3.
Yeah, when you make a few layups, it sure gives you confidence shooting your other types of shots. And Emily, that she's now got 2 3-pointers for the game.
Mason with the basketball tries to feed out to Brownback, and it's knocked out of bounds. It's going to be out on the Indians. It'll stay with Jayhawk Lynn. Dawson sets up the ball in play for Jayhawk Lynn. Stolen away by Emerald Struthers off the inbound. She streaks down the right-hand side all the way down. Layup good as she scores down the right side. Back to Jayhawk Lynn.
Yeah, it's easy to see. I think it's easy for Doug to fit Emerald out on the court because she just gets steal after steal after steal and hustles hard all night long.
Dawson feeds it back to Mason, almost stolen away by Taylor. Watrick kicks the corner, 3-point shot on the way by Dawson. Good. And Dawson connects from the left wing for the three-pointer. And the Indians lead now 50-12. 6:52 left to go in the third. Struthers whips it around to Hutcherson. Hutcherson up top to Harris. Harris feeds it into Coombs. Has good position, but she's going to walk with it. She drug her pivot foot. And that was a good call by the ref because they could see it from the angle here.
Yeah, she dropped the pivot. She had a nice drop step going up until that point.
Brownback with the basketball, pestered out there by Watrick, goes to her left, down to the block. She's going to be bumped by Watrick, I believe. And it's going to be a foul on the Lady Indians. First team foul of the second half, second, I believe, on Watrick. And second half for either team. Dawson set to put it in play, and it's going to be a 5-second call. Good defense by the Lady Indians on the inbounds, denied at inbounds, and a turnover goes right back to the Lady Indians.
Yeah, I think when you describe their defense, relentless would be a good word to use.
Watrick with it, feeds it around to Struthers. Struthers up top to Hutcherson. Hutcherson the right wing to Harris. Cross-court pass to Watrick, back up top to Hutcherson. Hutcherson crosses over to the elbow all the way into the lane. Left-hand layup, no good, too hard, but what a drive by Emily as she blew past everybody with that left hand.
Yeah, if you watch Emily enough, you'll see after a while that she probably has as good a first step and move to the basket as anybody around.
First foul on Emerald Struthers, second team foul on the Lady Indians. In this second half, 6:12 left to go here in the third, 50-12. Lady Indians by 38. Mason with the basketball, feeds it up top to Carpenter. Carpenter guarded by Watrick now. Watrick tries to poke it away. They're doing a good job of moving her feet, not fouling. Now into Nation. Nation loses it. Ball's loose on the floor. And it's a scrum onto the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball as Carpenter, it's number 12, Holt on the floor after. It's going to be jump ball, possession arrow towards Jayhawk Lynn. Carpenter set to put the ball in play for Jayhawk Lynn as they are set with the inbounds to Dawson. Quick shot up by her, no good. Struthers with the rebound. Struthers feeds it ahead to Harris. Harris loses it and knocks it right into Jayhawk Lynn's hand.
Yeah, that last series, Dan, both teams are scrapping on the floor for that loose ball, which is nice to see considering it's a 36-point lead, or 38-point lead. Sometimes it's easy to quit hustling at that point.
Turnover by Jayhawk Lynn, gives it right back to Indians. Baseline jumper by Emily Hutcherson's good. And the Indians add to their lead, 52-12, up by 40.
Emily's come out with a quick 5 points in the third quarter.
Carpenter feeds it off to the right wing to Dawson. Dawson to the left. Back to Carpenter. Back to Dawson. Top of the key, guarded by Hutcherson. Now to Nation. 3-point shot by her. It looked online off the back of the rim. No good. Katie Coombs chases it down. Now Struthers spins away to her left hand into the lane. Jump shot up on the way. No good. Rebound to Dawson. Probably a little pretty tough shot there. Might have been wise to dribble that up, set up the offense.
Yeah, she probably tried to shoot it over the tallest player on the floor.
Now steal by Struthers. Struthers down the right side. Dawson trying to contest it, but she scores. Timeout. Coach Tuck, 30-second timeout to get subs in. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105.
The Exchange State Bank is proud to be a member of the St. Paul community. The Exchange State Bank has served the area since 1914 and is committed to go the distance for you. A full-service bank. They offer savings, checking accounts, loan certificates of deposit, and more. They also offer competitive rates on loans and investments, all while giving you the kind of personal service you won't find at a bigger institution. Visit Bob Schonifer or the new Vice President, Craig Coombs, at Exchange State Bank in St. Paul, member FDIC, proud sponsor of the St. Paul Indians.
Let's get back to the game on your home for the St. Paul Indians, Hot 105.5 FM.
Welcome back. Out of that timeout on the floor for the Lady Indians, Emerald Struthers, Claire Bradshaw, Sophia Albertini, Ava Chambers into the game for the first time, another freshman, and Elise Doherty. Carpenter with the basketball, picked up about half court by Albertini. She pokes it away. Now Carpenter retreats and picks it up. Off to Dawson, Bradshaw on her. Now poked away by Struthers. Good feet inside on a good inlet pass. Shot up, no good. Humpenhauer on the shot. Now Dawson with the shot off the backboard, too hard. Foul. Let's see who it's on. It's going to be on Elise Doherty on the rebound. So that'll be Doherty's second team foul, number 3 on the Lady Indians.
Yeah, Dan, we're up 42, and Coach Tuck still coaching pretty hard. He was a little frustrated with 3 offensive rebounds given up on that series.
That's going to be Dawson, Jayhawk Lynn. Jayhawk Lynn foul on Dawson, third on her. First team foul of the second half on Jayhawk Lynn, so they've done a little better job of staying out of foul trouble early on in this third period. Yeah. Struthers taps the ball inbounds to Sophia Albertini. 4 minutes left to go in the third. Indians lead 54-12.
That's a young lineup we have out there, Dan. 3 sophomores and 2 freshmen.
Bradshaw feeds it up top to Albertini. Now feed inside to Struthers. She goes in front of the rim, kicks it back out to Albertini, back to Doherty. Drives the baseline, bounce pass into Struthers. Shot up, no good. Rebound to Dawson. Dawson, 3 Indians back. She gets past one of them. Albertini's going to foul her. She got her up in the air. Now a technical. And I think it's going to be a technical foul on Jayhawk Lynn. Sophia Albertini with the foul. I'm not sure what happened, but I think, well, I'm not really sure. Either way.
It was a pretty hard foul by Sophie. She got up in the air and came down on the girl.
Dawson put the brakes on, and Albertini jumped like thought she was going to shoot and landed in on her, but Dawson did something after that one of these refs seen, and she teed her up. I don't know if she threw the basketball at her. Did you really see what happened after the foul?
I don't know if she threw it at her, or I didn't really see exactly what happened on that exchange.
But it had been a foul on. It'd be a foul on technical foul shots put up by Struthers. Struthers goes to the line to put up the technical foul shots. The foul must have been on the floor because they didn't let Dawson shoot 2. So that, how many fouls is that on Albertini? I don't know that they ever came over and whistled the foul on Albertini, but she misses both technical foul shots. Does Struthers? It'll be St. Paul basketball. So the foul was on the floor, but
there was 3 fouls on Sophia.
Third foul on Albertini. St. Paul will have possession of the basketball. 3:35 left to go here in the third. 54-12. Indians lead. Bradshaw with the basketball. Back into Albertini. She crosses the timeline with it. Swings to the left wing to Doherty. Doherty up top to Kenna Doherty, who's in the ball game. Bad pass by Doherty. Feeds it right to Dawson. Left-handed layup. Good. Now Claire Bradshaw with it. So in the game for the Lady Indians, Kenna Doherty, Sophia Albertini, Claire Bradshaw, Ava Chambers, and Elise Doherty. So 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores on the floor for the Lady Indians. Up top to Bradshaw. Bradshaw holds the ball, swings the left wing to Doherty. Lob inside at the elbow to her sister, Elise Doherty. And then off of Chambers right out of bounds. She wasn't ready for the ball. A couple bad turnovers in a row by the young Lady Indians. And it goes right back to Jayhawk Lynn.
Yeah, I think their youth and maybe the fact that it's kind of the game's out of under control hurt your intensity has caused the last 2 turnovers.
Schneider with it. Back to Brownback. Now down to the corner to Umpenhauer. Umpenhauer drives the baseline. Shot up. Blocked by Doherty. Doherty with the rebound, gets it poked away, and she's going to kick it out of bounds, and it's going to go right back to Jayhawk Lynn. Jayhawk Lynn basketball, 2:37 left to go here in the third. St. Paul Lady Indians up 54-14. Now on the floor comes Brownback with the basketball. Kenna Doherty on her. Kenna Doherty coming off, and Ava Chambers both coming off full JV games, so they got to be a little bit gassed. It's a JV tournament as well as a varsity tournament. Kenna Doherty with the steal. Streaks down the right side. Brownback back. Shot up. No good, but Doherty's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. The young freshman, Kenna Doherty, to the line to shoot 2.
Nice to see that even though she's a freshman and into the game not very long, she's aggressive on defense, aggressive on offense and defense. Gets the steal and goes the whole length of the court. Went up strong.
Doherty's first free throw short, no good. She settles in the line for her second. 2 bowl games in a row is, I believe your son was involved in a little action at Colgan the other night too.
Well, there was some frustration that happened, and yeah, my son was on the receiving end of that.
He was on the receiving end, so just like Sophia was. So.
I find my kids get irritate me, so I'm sure they get the other team as well.
Third foul on Brownback as she fouls Bradshaw. That's going to send Bradshaw to the line to shoot 2. Claire at the line. First one on its way. And it's good, so she'll get to and one. As Chloe Seamy comes to the scores table, she checks in for Albertini. So So still 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores on the floor for the Lady Indians. Bradshaw, Doherty, Chambers, and Seamy. As Claire misses a second free throw, rebound comes out to Jayhawk Lynn. Well, that's a carry, and they get it. Call the carry on Brownback and turns it right back over to the Lady Indians. In a Doherty, set to put the ball in play, feeds it into Bradshaw. Bradshaw over to Seamy. Seamy up top to Doherty. Swings around to Elise Doherty. Feed inside to Chambers. She's double teamed. Kicks it out to Elise Doherty. Drives in. 10-foot jump shot on the way. No good. Knocked out of bounds off of Chambers for the Indians, and it'll go back to Jayhawk Lynn. Fed inbounds to Brownback. Brownback crosses half court with it. 1:45 left to go here in the third period. Nation with the basketball, guarded by Chambers, crosses over to her left. And that's going to be a reach foul on who? Claire Bradshaw, and I didn't think she even hit anybody, but she must have. No. And it is on Claire. That will be the 5th team foul on Indians, 2nd on Bradshaw. Set to put the ball in play for Jayhawk Lynn. Schneider. Lob in over the top, and it's going to be a foul again on the floor. 6th team foul on the Indians, and that's going to be on Elise Doherty. 3rd on her. Indians don't want to push Jayhawk Lynn into the one-on-one here too quickly. 1:33 left going to third. Feed into Nation to baseline. Drives towards the right. Up top to Brownback. And Doherty on her. Brownback crosses over a couple times. Feeds it over to Holt. Holt back up to Brownback. Bounce pass into Schneider. Ball's loose on the floor. Stolen away by Nation. Shot up. No good. Tipped around. And loose on the floor. Everywhere. Looks like a scrum. Looks like a soccer match. And the ball was kicked everywhere. Jump ball possession arrow goes towards the Lady Indians. As finally they got it tied up.
Yeah, that ball rolled around for quite a while. A lot of girls were diving on the floor, which again is nice to see everybody hustling, even though it's a 41-point game. But ended up jump ball at the end.
1:05 left to go here in the third period. Bradshaw left wing with it, drives into the lane, floater on the way, no foul called as Nation blocked her shot. Looked like a lot of contact to me, but they let it go. Brown back to Nation. Nation into the lane. That's going to be a foul on Ava Chambers. I think she made the bucket, and that's going to be an and one. Chambers looked in dismay, but she got there late and got knocked to the floor, and Nation scores it. And we'll go to the line for the and one. 55-16. Lady Indians still up big. Nation at the line to shoot the and one for Jayhawk Lynn. It's on its way and right through there. So a 3-point play by Jayhawk Lynn.
Yeah, she went aggressively to the basket, got the contact, and made a strong shot, went in.
I don't think none of the Lady Indians even knew she had made the basket. Thought she was going to shoot another free throw. Seamy with the basketball for the Indians, crosses over against Carpenter, feeds it up top to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to her left, hands it off to Seamy. The Indians run a weave. Claire Bradshaw with it, off to Seamy. Seamy hands it to Doherty. A lot of contact by Brownback. 15 foul on Jayhawk Lynn. How many is that on 4th on Brownback? That is Rachel Brownback, the 5'4" sophomore for Jayhawk Lynn.
Go ahead, Dan.
She comes out of the game, Ross.
And game's got a little sloppy here, third quarter.
Indians basketball. Elise Doherty with it, reverses it back up top to Claire Bradshaw. 3-point shot by her, and she buries it from just to the right of the top of the key. 2 seconds, 1 second left to go in the third, and shot up by the buzzer is no good. So at the end of 3, Lady Indians 58, Jayhawk Lynn 17. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball, Hot 105.
St. Locally owned and operated, offers the small town convenience you love without the big city prices. They offer free pickup and drop off in St. Paul, so you're not left stranded while your vehicle is in the shop. They offer tire repair and also offer oil change and new tires. When you find yourself in need of new tires or an oil change and need to keep going, visit with St. Paul Tire and Lube, 620-449-2323. St. Paul Tire and Lube, proud supporters of the St. Paul Indians.
A yellow flag on your team is bad. A yellow tag on your favorite new flooring or furniture? Now that's awesome. Go to your local Derailed Commodity now for huge savings during our yellow tag inventory clearance sale. Amazing deals store-wide on carpet, sheet vinyl, hardwood, ceramic tile, and even luxury vinyl plank. Even
St. Paul Indians, Hot 105.5 FM.
Well, welcome back here as Jayhawk Land starts with the basketball. Start this fourth nation with the basketball. Spambers and Josie Harris.
Yeah, this is the youth we were talking about earlier in the broadcast.
8 to 19, back to Jayhawk Land. 6:56 left to go in the game. Running clock here in the fourth period. After this 30-second timeout, let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105.
Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Your busy lifestyle requires banking options. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Let's get
Back right into the lane. She goes double team down there. Chambers ends up on the ground. 3-point shot by Nation, no good. Ripped around by Mason, and it comes out into Harris's hands as she lost it. She's going to stay with the Lady Indians off the jump ball. Indians lead 58 to 19.
Yeah, the freshman girls, they are going to hustle hard even though the game.
And takes the Indians lead up 61 to 19. Mason with it, feeds it inside to Nation. Ball's loose on the floor. Nation recovers with it. She's fouled on the shot, so she'll go line to shoot two. We'll see who this foul's on. I believe it's on Josie Harris, and nope, it's going to be on. Well, I'm not sure. Nope, it's on Sophia Albertini, her fourth. 18 foul on the Lady Indians. Nation's first free throw on its way, rattles home as Carpenter checks back into the game. If you want to come watch Southeast Tournament, you're going to have to come watch it because we can't trust the live stream as we are fighting internet service inside this gymnasium. The second one rattles home. It's kind of in and out. It works sometimes, and sometimes it don't.
Technology is a good thing as long as it works.
Our only other option, and we may try next game, is we may try using the school's internet on a private line and see if there's enough speed to run the live stream. Sometimes there's not, so we just have to see what we can get done. So yeah, Albertini drives to the rim and scores. Good drive by her. As Albertini converts 63-21, 4:33 left to go. But Southeast not too far away. Come out and join a whole lot of basketball. There's going to be all kinds of basketball to watch. As a steal by Chloe Simi all the way down, left hand left, good. That was a good drive in traffic. She controlled that all the way down with her left hand and converted the left-handed layup. Carpenter with the ball cut up by Harris. Harris pokes it out of bounds. It'll stay with Jayhawk Land.
Yeah, it was nice to see Simi, a freshman as they all are. She got the ball and she went the whole length of the court. It was a left-handed layup, which is hard for everybody because Chloe, I don't believe, is a left-handed person. And then when she was bumped a little bit, not a foul, but a little bit, she still made it.
Knocked out of bounds by, and it's off Jayhawk Land. As number 13, Lohman, the 5'8 junior, tried to save it back in, couldn't get to it. She had let it go. It would have been out on Albertini, but instead, it's out on Jayhawk Land. St. Paul basketball. Albertini kicks it right wing to Simi. Simi to her left. Kicks it to Harris. Harris into the lane. Shot up, no good. She walked with the basketball. I've watched Josie Harris play basketball a long time, and when she gets the ball in her hand, she is not going to be scared to go to the hole with the basketball, Ross.
No, and she has a way of kind of snaking through traffic.
She does. Yeah. Long arms. She does a good job of controlling that basketball.
And she's thin, but she's very strong for her build.
Yeah. Scrappy travel by Jayhawk Lynn by Lohman, the 5'8 junior, turned it right back over the Lady Indians. We are under 3 minutes left to go in the game. You wonder how we got there that quick. Running clock with more than a 30-point lead here in this fourth period. So we'll be in and out of here before you know it, and they'll be right back on schedule. Now, Simi with the three-point shot. It looked good, but it rolled out. Rebound put back by Albertini's no good, and it comes out to Holt for Jayhawk land. Holt picks up her dribble. Now off to the left wing. That is Schneider with it. Shot up, no good. But she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. It is going to be on Chloe Seamy. 19th foul on the Indians, first on Seamy. Schneider, a 5'5" freshman for Jayhawk land, puts it right up and through there. As Kerr, a 5'5" sophomore, checks in for Jayhawk land. Settles in for a second. It's on its way. Short, no good. Put the Indians in a bonus. They get around the defenders, get in position, use that backboard, and get her to go in. And now the Indians lead is 67-22.
Good to see the freshman girls, running the offense and being aggressive with the ball, and they're doing some nice things.
It's slowly Seamy. Seamy over to Albertini, feet inside Chambers, poked away and stolen away by Lohman for Jayhawk land. Now Schneider with the basketball, bounce pass down underneath, stolen away by Albertini. 37 seconds left to go in the game. Albertini kicks it out to Harris. Harris, and she traveled with it. She's looking to pass. Held up because there was traffic in the way. They're going to start 1-2. We'll be back with final.
Offering 24-hour ATM and free banking locations in St.
Jerry and Kevin Winter, along with the entire crew at KW Trucking, are proud to bring you of both used cars and trucks. See Jerry or Kevin at KW Trucking or call 449-2763.
As the area's leading hospital, we believe your best days lie ahead of you. And as a nationally recognized hospital for patient safety and quality, we work to ensure that your tomorrows are the best they can be. At Labette Health, instead of thinking about what you need out of a hospital, we
provide services to people in their retirement years. Prairie Mission meets a wide range of needs from healthcare to assisted living and independent living apartments to elderly daycare services, including transportation. With our 7 to 7 dining, residents get up when they desire, eat when and what they want, and continue to live a full and happy life. Your family deserves the best in retirement care, so give Prairie Mission Retirement Village a call today for more information at 620-449-2400 or visit them at 242 Carroll Street in St. Paul.
Here in this opening round game, Ross, what do you got for final game stats?
Well, leading scorer for the Indians was Emily Hutcherson. She ended up with 16. She had 11 in the first half, 5 in the second half. That was very solid. Shot a very good percentage. Then we had two players with 12 points each. Bradshaw and Katie Coombs each had 12. Katie Coombs pitched in 4 rebounds. Emerald Struthers probably filled up the stat sheet as good as anyone tonight, Dan. She had 11 points, 7 rebounds, and I don't know how many steals, but she had a ton of them. And household as she always does, and it was very solid. And then two freshmen, Josie Harris and Sophia Albertini chipped in. Sophia had 6 points. Josie Harris had 5 points. And then Chloe Seamy, another freshman, chipped in with 2 points. And then Taylor Wytrick, even though she only had 1 point tonight, she of course did what she always does, which is playing solid defense, hustling all over the place, making good passes. The other girls are scoring because she's getting the ball at the right place at the right time. So it was just a good team effort and the tournament, and hopefully it gets high going into a game against Baxter, which is going to be very tough for the Lady Indians.
It will be a tough matchup, and Lady will do just fine. Play like they did tonight. A lot of hustle.